All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol WKHS Workhorse Group Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors, and to my subscribers, welcome back. Let's jump into this chart. So Workhorse was having a very bearish run here towards the end of the week. They were doing really well until they broke through the 50-day moving average, and they were slightly hanging out in this area. They had a quick recovery. And the question was, could they continue this momentum and take advantage of this slight recovery getting past the 50-day moving average? The 50-day moving average here is 2371. I'd write that down. Very important number. Reason being is because we're above it already. We stayed above it. And for the bulls, they're going to want to continue to maintain themselves up here. Now, if they break through it, the bears have gained control. They're gaining leverage, and it'll be somewhere below it. But as of right now, we're in bullish territory, and the bulls are going to continue to maintain this position for as long as they can. So I'm going to talk about the lowest point here as our support, but truly there is another support level after this, and I will be describing that in just a second. I just want you guys to have these points of reference so that you can see a much closer number. I want to narrow it all down so we can definitely have some information to guide ourselves as investors for tomorrow. So the support level, obviously, I would say 2371 is one of the main ones. Why? Because this is what lets us know that it's in bullish territory and the bears are not in control. So this isn't only our 50-day moving average, but it's one of the supports. The lowest support here after this slight recovery, leveling off, and then bullish run is way down here below the 50-day moving average, and that's 2287. That's a very broad range because of the volatility of this running up. 2287 is a key point, but that's a support level I wouldn't want you guys to wait and make a decision for. So I'm zooming it in. As this bullish run happened, in these three, there was a slight leveling off, and this is the lowest point before this run continued. So 2287 is a great point and reference point to keep in mind tomorrow and the rest of the week, but I don't think the volatility will be that quick to just fall below that. So I'm kind of narrowing it in, and that would actually be kind of concerning if the volatility goes up that quick and hits down this quick. So we're going to definitely see how this plays out tomorrow, but I do want to point that out. 2287, great point of reference. 2371 is another great point of reference. It's what lets you know the happy medium between the bulls and the bears. Right now the bulls are in control and we're in bullish territory. So let's zoom in here and see what is important for tomorrow. So our support is the lowest point in this leveling off, and our resistance is the highest point before the day ended. So our resistance for the bulls to continue their run is 26.35. The bulls are going to have to break through 26.35, turn that into support, and they can continue to have a run, hit newer highs, and start to break new resistance levels and create new support levels as they do so. But before being able to have any run after closing at 26.05, the bulls are going to have to break through 26.35, turn that into a support, and start to work their way up to new resistance levels. And if we zoom out here, this is one of the highest points, and that's why it's so significant for Workhorse to continue to have this run. Their highest point before that was at 22 and some change, almost $23, and here we are at new highs and Workhorse breaking new resistance levels. And for the bulls to continue this run, work their way up and pull themselves further away from 2371 and hit newer highs, they need to break through 2635, turn that into support, and start to work their way up to new resistance levels. On the other end, if the bears start to appear and they start to take a toll on this one, the support level here, to zoom it in, right, is 24.35. I'd pay very close attention to how this stock reacts if it breaks through 24.35. This isn't necessarily the support level that is very concerning, but it is a point in the stock that I'd pay very close attention to, because if it breaks through 24.35, It's on its way down and getting closer to the 50-day moving average. And if it crosses the 50-day moving average, it is now in bearish territory and the bears have gained leverage. So the bears' goal is to get this as close as possible to the 50-day moving average until they can cross it. So if 24.35 all the way up from 26.05 gets broken through, I'd pay very close attention to the reaction and the way the stock is behaving hanging out down here. Does it break through it fairly quickly? Is it hanging out between the 50-day moving average and the support here? So that stays in bullish territory. And are the bulls even trying to reappear in that bearish reaction? Are they even able to try to recover this and bring this one back up? Are the bulls trying to stop the bears from tearing them down? Because it can get down here and touch the support and slightly break it. But if the bulls reappear, they can definitely wipe out what the bears are trying to do and start to run this one up again. Because you can clearly see here, after this run, the bears tried to appear within an hour time frame, and they were able to break through the 50-day moving average, and quickly the bulls appeared and brought this one up in this direction. So this could happen, that it could fall down here, but is it kind of just hanging out here, and are the bulls going to bring it back up? Or is it kind of hanging out there and it slightly started to fall and it's hanging out there and the bears are just trying to break through the 50-day moving average to bring it down to this location? So that's what you need to look for if that support gets broken through. How is it hanging out around it? Or can the bulls even bring this one back up? Are they even trying to? Or are the bears definitely dominating this one as the day goes by? I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. If you guys do and feel inclined to subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell so that you don't miss a single video by turning on all notifications and being up to date on every chart analysis. Thank you guys so much for watching. Share us with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watch this video. And let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up, and I highly suggest checking it out. It's another one of my videos in my channel. I highly recommend you guys taking a look at that information. It's going to be very helpful, and there's some great stuff in there for you guys to see as well. Don't miss out on it. Take advantage of that information since you're already here, and I believe that you guys will definitely benefit from that. If you haven't already seen those videos, I highly recommend checking it out so that you guys can go ahead and receive all the information that I'm sharing about the stock dates that are being pumped and by the Fed. So check that out. Great information in there. Once again, thank you guys for watching. And again, as I always say, let's make some money.